said I'd make one of these, but get ready with me to break up with my boyfriend. Last year, I got out of the longest relationship I've ever been in. It was a 4-year relationship. It ended, like, decently amicably, but I definitely was the initiator of ending the relationship. I felt like I wasn't being treated like I was really given a shit about, and I really just couldn't wait to be single. Like, I wanted nothing more than to just have my life be my own. Very shortly after that, a friend of a friend asked me out on a date, and I was like, hey, like, I respect it, but I'm not interested in dating anyone right now. Like, I really want to do me for a while. And he sort of pushed and was like, you know, just let me take you out on a date. Like, nothing's gonna come of it, but you can take me out on a date. We go on a date. I know I was like the world's worst date possible because I really didn't speak because I was genuinely disinterested in being there. He was a nice guy, but I wasn't interested in dating. So it was more of like, he really wanted to take me on a date and I was like, fine, like, go for it. Next weekend, and he asked me out again, and I was like, okay, fine. On this date, I'm gonna tell him that, like, I'm not interested. Before I got a chance to really talk to him about it, the date ended, like, pretty abruptly, or like, I guess sooner than I thought, maybe not abruptly, but I didn't feel like I had an opportune time to like say that I didn't think we should see each other anymore. So I ended up calling him that weekend and just saying like, hey, like, I've had a great time the last couple weekends, but I don't want to do this. Like, I don't want to be dating anymore. I'm not emotionally available or like invested. A few weeks go by, we have mutual friends, so like we hung out again together. Everything was fine, no one was weird about it, but he asked me out again. And I don't know why, but I just kind of caved and was like, fine. And that's sort of where we started like dating for a few months before we became like official. And ever since that point, I sort of have slowly been just not interested in the relationship. I feel myself going back to where I was when he first asked me out, especially after the initial like chemistry and excitement of like being treated well by someone after being in a relationship where I didn't feel like I was being treated well. Like, it felt good, and like the early chemistry is always great. Like noticed that like I still think he's a great person. I still like think he would be a great boyfriend, but I'm just not interested in any way, shape, or form. We are meeting for drinks. He knows I've been like reflecting on how I've been feeling for the last couple weeks. So hopefully this isn't a shock or a surprise. I've been very open about like feeling weird and like wanting to isolate and like feeling like emotionally stunted, and hopefully that makes sense to him and he's not blindsided. But that's what I'm going to tell him, and hopefully it all goes well.
This situation feels so relatable. That mix of knowing someone is good but just not feeling it. Sometimes you have to step away, especially if you've already tried to communicate those feelings. It sounds like she's being as open as possible, so here's hoping for an amicable and understanding conversation on his end.